Echo?
No, I'm not actually.
Okay.
All right. So how's everything? How you been?
I'm really really good. I'm just not sure. What I'm unsure about is to what extent do I relax? Because I realize that I do have like this sport built in order to survive out here because we
Mhm.
are in a state of chaos.
Mhm.
But I didn't realize how regular I had it up.
Mhm.
Like I
Mhm.
relax and I'm vulnerable, but that's under certain circumstances. But I feel like me not being so vulnerable more regular is getting in the way of my evolution.
Yeah, it is your form of evolution, but again, when you ask the question, when am I, and I'm gonna allow you, to ask questions based on your last reading if you need more clarity. However, when you say when am I supposed to relax, that comes with timing. That comes with practice of meditation, that comes with practice of spiritual evolution, that comes with self evaluation, that comes with growth. So I can't per se, specifically say, okay, you're supposed to relax at this time because I'm not the one to dictate your life. But I
Oh,
do,
yeah. I didn't expect that to come from you at all,
right,
or anything outside of me. You put it that way.
right.
Uh, I just wanted to be open towards any message that anything outside of me had for me. That was honestly why I called. It wasn't actually an answer to the question per se, but when you asked the last question, I was just saying what was on my mind.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
basic, yeah. Okay, then that's fine as well. Um, but basically, it's that. Dealing with growth. What your spirit guides are saying is dealing with growth and is dealing with internal communication with self. Again, as I told you before, you came from a warrior type past life. However, you also came from a very divine and royal past life where I saw you at this ceremony, and it's coming up. That picture is coming up again. So I feel like, in a sense, I feel like that might have been your previous past life coming here, and then the warrior type probably played in between, or the warrior type came before the prince type or the royal type, or it probably was either or. It probably was that you was a that you was royal in a sense, and also warrior type. It goes hand for hand because if you think about it, in ancient Egypt, all the people that went out to battle and to fight for theirs, they was also royal. And for this reason, they recommended that you honor and you pay close attention to Baba Shango and Obatala.
Mhm.
And again, like, and when you emailed me just now with your concerns, your spirit guide said no, educate him more on who these people are so that he can have this connection with them, and he can set, like, you can start to set your altars up. That's another step for you, setting up your altars so that you can have communication with the spirit realm, or you can have communication with whoever it is that you need to help you along your journey on this physical realm. Because as you have people, that you once, lived with, or you once came into contact with, that you still can, contact now in this particular realm. And I personally feel that people that you know now are those that you knew before. Such as myself, you crossed paths with me. I'm pretty sure that we crossed paths in our past lives as well. Guaranteed. People that we realign with is just a realigning. You're realigning yourself, an alignment with your highest good. So once you begin to
Yeah,
align,
the whole video. I just watched the whole video segment on that exact thing.
there you
So
go.
I truly believe that.
Yeah, exactly. So now it's coming to you again. So it's like class. It's like going to spiritual awakening class. Like I say to my clients, when you get a session with me, whatever comes through is like spiritually aligning yourself, or realigning, or helping you to remember what happened to you in your past life as well. You understand? So again, everyone I feel that you might have came in not might have, but everyone that you came in contact with now are those that you will one succeed with, or rather learn from, or rather fulfill an emotional assignment with. Rather it's from trust, rather it's from, spiritual growth, rather it's from intimacy, rather it's from whatever. I personally know our souls, because we lived many, 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 many moons ago. This is nothing new to us as black folks. This is nothing new to us as the original people on this planet. So here it is. This also relates to the different Orishas, or different entities or deities that you once came in contact with in your past life, or who you once with. Because I've told you, I channeled the information very clear of who you were in one of your past lives, and that's still coming through to me. So, again, do you have any other questions pertaining to the last session, or should I go ahead and give you further details of these different?
Yeah. With this session, I really just want to get further details. That was it, because last session, I don't feel like I listened as well as I could have.
You said
now,
what?
Seeing how you do your thing, so I'm feeling like just listening opposed to it being a discussion.
Okay, it's feedback is good too. It's on you. It's your session. It's fine. It's not a problem. If I just want to make sure that when you leave this, when we get off the phone, you have a very clear understanding, or every question that you have is answered. That's the reason why I'm. Say that again.
I said, yeah, thank
you. Okay. All right. So, have you got a chance to look up Obatala and Shango?
I got like 4 pages of notes on both of
them. Okay, you got 4 pages of notes on both of them. All right, that's fine. So now let me give you what I know, so that you can compare these notes. And again, this session is recorded, so you don't have you can just listen. So that now we can compare notes, and now we can, or you can rather, understand where you fit in. What place do you play with the both of them? Okay. So all right. So Obatala, right? Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me good?
I hear you clear, Mama.
Okay, great. All right. So Obatala, king of the white cloth. Obatala, Orisha of creation and healing, is the calm, cool spirit of serenity, a peacemaker and lawgiver. Now let me stop right there. It says Obatala, Orisha of the creation and healing. And I mentioned that to you in your last session too, in terms of healing. It says is the calm, cool spirit of serenity. So that means, so now it's just within that sentence right there, it makes sense to me why your spirit guides said for you to contact or set up an altar for Obatala, because again, you come in this demeanor, or you have this energy of fight and flight, or you have this energy of always, like warrior type in a sense. So it's like, man, calm down. And you just said, what did you just say? When should I be calm? Was that the question? Or when should I just stay cool?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So now we're getting somewhere here. So Obatala is the just judge, a spirit of righteousness, kindness, and justice. He is gentle, wise, and incredibly patient. Obatala was entrusted with crafting human bodies. The supreme creator breathes life into the forms Obatala crafts. Now this is interesting right here, because this reminds me it's interesting right here because this reminds me of the ancient god Canu. And Canu was one of the gods that was known to craft human beings, and it was the goddess Ma'a. You're familiar with Ma'a, correct? Okay, it was the goddess Ma'at who whispered, the 42 laws into Canute ear, and that's when he said, okay, this is the way I'm going to create humankind, and you shall abide by these particular laws. And what is it? It's dealing with righteousness, and it's dealing with consciousness and justice. So Obatala can also be the god Canu, and you are a Scorpio, so we dealing with death and transformation, life and death, killing the old, only for you to what? Create the new, create a new body, all right, with purification and righteousness, right? You following me?
Following.
Okay, great. So, and then Shu too, or Anu is another. Shu is the ancient goddess of breath. When you said, you have to breathe, the first thing is the breath. Shu. So the supreme creator breathes life into the forms of Obatala's craft. The central tragedy of Obatala's myth is that once having drunk too much palm wine, Obatala either became careless or overly creative. He began crafting images that did not exactly correspond to the blueprint the creator gave him. And now let me break this part down now. When it says that he did not correspond to the blueprint that the creator gave him, the creator, in my opinion, is a woman, because we all come from a woman. Now this, and now in the Bible, the first book of the Bible is what? Genesis, the book of Genesis, gene of Isis, right? So it starts with that of the creator. Who is the creator? Genesis. Who is Genesis? Isis. I said, who is what? The mate of Osiris, who is also known as, who also can be depicted as rather Obatala or Shango. Okay, so, and this reminds me too of how of how they once said that when civilization went wrong, when they created the Caucasians. When civilization went wrong was when black folks created this new gene of species where they couldn't even have any type of control over, which is what? The Caucasians. So this is very similar. Um, so Obatala invented blindness and various birth defects. In consequence, Obatala's priestess and devotees never drink palm wine. Obatala is responsible for the well-being of those considered his children: albinos, the blind, lame, or mute, and those possessing anything classified as a birth defect, rather visible or not. Obatala is present in cool, white substances. Obatala owns everything white, including bones. The following contains his essence: cascarilla powder, which is powdered white eggshells for magical and ritual use; cocoa butter; cotton; kaolin clay; shea butter; snail slime, the moisture trail left by snails; and pure white cloth. So in any event, if you want to, invoke his energy or whatever, or ask for his help, these are the particular things that might, be good for him. But I'm gonna read the rest of it, and it's gonna tell me what to tell you in terms of offerings. So Obatala encourages his devotees to maintain their cool, just like he does. And this is the main thing that we've been speaking about between me and you, right? Keeping calm, not allowing people to take you out your zone, not being militant, correct? All right. So Obatala encourages his devotees to maintain their cool, just like he does. He favors those who are calm and collected, or at least striving to be. See, and this is where that's why your spirit guides recommended him, because this is what you're striving to be. You're striving to elevate in spirituality, or elevate in consciousness, or elevate from that fight or flight particular, frequency in the sense. So bad tempers, okay, so bad tempers, rude outbursts, impatient, and unpleasant attitudes tend to distance him. He won't do anything mean to you, he'll just stay away. Obatala is invoked to help with anger and rage management by those who are sincere. He'll know. Obatala is also invoked to calm tempers and situations so that clear headed judgments may be formed or obtained. And that's what I just finished telling you when you said to me, hey, when should I, remain this sense of calmness? And I'm saying, and I said to you, what? It's a process. It's a process. This is when having a clear head and clear mind, what I said, due to meditation, self-evaluation, and spiritual growth. So this is making sense. So Obatala is invoked for favorable legal judgments and help with legal matters. Ask him to encourage others, like judges, to consider you with mercy and compassion. He is invoked to calm those who are angry with you, especially dangerous people. Obatala is synchronized to Jesus Christ. Well, what is the Christ? The Christ is Heru. The Christ is what? The son of Osiris. You see. Okay. All right. Let me.
Alright, yeah, I'll drop back to Osiris.
Yeah, it might have been mine. Who knows? It happens. We're actually in Mercury retrograde, and I lost my $700 phone on Saturday. So it this call dropping, it is what it is. We're in Mercury retrograde, and it's been kicking some ass for a lot of us. So okay, say that
Yeah,
once.
I heard that comparison before. Yeah.
Oh
I know
yeah,
that comparison. I understand the connection between Christ and Obatala and Heru.
oh, you heard that before.
Yeah, I got all that down.
Okay.
With the research, I get in.
Okay, yeah, because you're a Scorpio, so you go deep in. Well, then that's good. I never really went into the details with Obatala, but this is good to know, and this is why he is also known as the father of all Orishas, because guess what? He deals with purification, justice, being calm, and whenever you're calm, just like in my situation, I lost my phone. I didn't get mad. I didn't, allow the phone, to control me. That's I just stayed calm. That's when you know that the material world does not have any control of you. You have control of your own life. Because had it been an ordinary person who lost their phone, they would be going crazy right now. You see, especially a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. You kidding me? You get what I'm saying? But me, because I know that the phone doesn't control me, it's like, listen, whatever. It is what it is. I got to get another phone and do what I need to do. But going back to this Obatala thing, this would make sense of why he is considered to be the father of the Orishas, because he deals with this justification, he deals with righteousness, he deals with spiritual elevation, he deals with being calm. You see, so manifestation, Obatala is usually envisioned as an androgynous being with a long white hair, wearing pure white garments. His color is white. His animals is white elephants and snails. His bird, the bird is white doves. Metals is silver and white metal, white gold, platinum, and titanium. Sunday is his particular day. Sacred sites. Obatala lives atop of the mountain peaks, especially those always dusted with white snow. Offerings may be delivered to him there. However, if you do not have access to the mountains, you can always set up an altar with these particular things. Obatala drinks water, he drinks milk and coconut milk. Do not give him palm wine. He accepts white rice, coconuts, bananas, white bread, white cornbread, white sugar, white flowers. Extravagant offerings include charms or jewelry crafted from some of his more expensive metals. So, in my opinion, just reading this simple description of what he likes and his favorite metals, that's what I would offer him at an altar. I would set up an altar in my room, yes, and I will put like a white cloth over it, and I will put particular metals up. I will put his metals up. I will put white flowers up. I will put shea butter, that's one of the things that he likes. I will give him coconuts, because whenever I prepare a Obatala bath for my clients, the spirit realm always tells me coconut, coconut water, coconut water. And also this other substance called cacaria, which is like this white chalk that you break up into the bath so that you can cleanse yourself. And then I would also offer him like the white rice in any event. And if you have access to the mountains, if you can one day drive up to the mountains and give offerings, that's also good as well. Just getting you out of the environment of being in the city. You know. So then that is with Obatala. So now with Shango, which for me really resonates with Obatala is like your protector. Obatala is like your spiritual godfather in a sense. Someone that you could go to for, I guess, help or the assistance, that you need to come into terms or come into, I guess, balance with yourself, because right now you're on a spiritual quest. You're on a spiritual journey, and you need to, or I can't tell you what you need to do, but what you should do is, connect with these different types of, rather if it's your ancestors or any type of other deities that once lived before us, in order for them to help you along your way. There's nothing wrong with it. And I know you know, because you're a Scorpio. You're very intuitive. You're very spiritual. And it's always dealing with past life information with you, and the underworld, which is Osiris. Okay? And as a matter of fact, let me see if Osiris is in here. Um it should be. Yeah, give me a second with this. Let's see. We can cover Osiris, we can cover Shango. I definitely want to see what they say about Shango in this book. And let me put this book here for you to see. It's the Encyclopedia of Spirits. Okay, the ultimate guide to the magic of fairies, genies, demons, ghosts, and gods and goddesses, by Judica Ill. Okay, I have it on the camera here, so you can also, whenever you get a chance, if you're interested in purchasing this book or this encyclopedia, it's very good. I found Shango, but we was looking for Osiris, right? Yeah, I'm something about this Osiris energy. Give me a second. Oh, here we go. Asa, also known as Osa. Okay. So, here it goes, right? Osiris, Lord of the far world. also known as Osar, origin, Egypt of Libya. Osiris, ancient deity, is a cultural hero. He invented agriculture, the sacred rites of grains. He taught people to bake bread and brew beer. Osiris invented wine, built the first temples, and taught the arts of sculpting, so that the first statues were formed. He taught musical and theatrical arts. After teaching these arts in Egypt, Osiris traveled around the world transmitting his knowledge. That's a Scorpio right there. Transmitting the science, or transmitting the knowledge from what? The spirit realm to the physical realm. You have to have this connection within yourself. Forget having, in this particular form, forget saying, oh, I have to have the connection with the spirit realm. No, you have to have the connection with yourself, because everything from the spirit realm is within. Anything from the universe is within. Have that. And again, it all deals with DNA activation. That's why, and as I told you in our last session, there's a lot of fight or flight, or there's a lot of old DNAs that you have invoked, and for this reason you're always on this guard type of thing because of where you came from. Remember, I told you this, right? Okay.
And I was discovering DNA activation last night, so all this, I'm on top of all this already.
Say that once more.
And I was discovering DNA activation last night. I'm on top of all this.
Okay, yeah, because you're elevating, you're growing, you're finding out who you are. This is all part of it. Okay? So Osiris traveled around the world transmitting his knowledge. He left his sister slash wife Isis home as regent of Egypt. Osiris is most famous as a central if passive figure in a long, complex Egyptian saga. His brother and rival Set killed Osiris. Isis, mistress of magic, together with a posse of spirit allies, attempted to resurrect him. Anubis invented embalming, and Osiris became the first mummy. Osiris has two primary functions. He is the lord of the grain, original John Barleycorn, who I have never heard of. The original John Barleycorn, cut down in his prime every year. Say that once more.
No, I'm laughing at that too.
Yeah, we got to get into who that is too. Cut down in his prime every year. The death of Osiris was the subject of annual festivals, possibly the prototype for modern Christian passion plays, which is interesting because the word Christian only means Christ, right? And like I said, Jesus is Christ too, right? Christian, Christ, Christos, you know, dealing with what? The pineal gland. And once you activate your pineal gland, then what? You become illuminating. You know, you are a quote unquote Christian, Christos. So, Osiris presides over the Egyptian realm of death. Remember, I said death, the underworld, transitioning, right? Although usually envisioned as a passive figure, Osiris does command an army of ghosts, right? Osiris plays such a complex role that the Greeks identify him with three deities: Apollo, lord of music, order, and civilization; inventor of beer and wine; Hades, lord of the deaf. That's Scorpio. Lord of the deaf. That's Scorpio right there. Transitioning, transformation. Okay. Manifestation. Osiris is not just the spirit of grain, he is the grain. Osiris is portrayed as a crowned mummy. He is sometimes depicted with wheat sprouted from his body, which I've seen once. Not once, but several times. Attributes: the crook and the flare of kingship. There you go, with that royalness. Osiris, lord of death, is the only Egyptian deity who does not carry the Ankh symbol of life. Why? Because he needs his. Say that again.
No, I'm saying, yep, I never seen him with it.
Now that I'm reading this, I never seen him with that. But you know what it is too. He is sometimes depicted with wheat sprouted with. Oh no, not that. Lord of the Death. He is the Egyptian deity who does not carry an ankh. Now you know why he doesn't carry an ankh, because it's all about balance. He needs his mate, or I said his sister wife, who does carry the ankh. So it's all about balance. It's all about, compatibility. He represents what? Death. She represents life. That's reborn again, to realign, to redo, okay? Over and over. You have to what? Kill yourself, kill the old you in order for you to what? Have this new you, have this awakening, in order for the Christ in you to be activated. Okay? So he never carries, which is the symbol of life. Creatures, cat, guardian of grain storehouses. Colors is black and green. Trees is the willow tree. Constellation, Orion is the home of his soul, which is the Orion belt, which is Sirius B. Egyptian astrology perceived what we call Ursa's majors as Osiris funeral bear or buyer. Botanicas is frankincense. So if I guess you wanna, you know, give thanks, or just keep him or have him in your surroundings, frankincense is an incense that he would definitely respond to. Okay. Sacred sites, shrines across Egyptian common what is this? Common mentor, where parts of Osiris' body were located and buried. The sacred city where his head was found is Abydos, was the center of his veneration. His mysteries were reenacted in Abydos for over 2,000 years. Okay, and that's basically what they say about Osiris. So what I'm getting out of this, which has sort of like a connection to you, is that he is the Lord of the Death, and he deals with a deities of ghosts. He commands the deities of ghosts. And what is ghosts? Ghosts for some people can be nothing but spirits. And then two, you know, he never really carries the ankh, which deals with life. Why? Because he deals with the underworld. And for you, you were not I can't say you were not, but what I channeled is that you basically deal with war. But then on the flip side too, again, you were on a royal type. So it goes hand for hand. War means death. It does not mean life. War means death. However, you have to find a balance with this energy of yours in order for you to see or live this divine life. Dealing with the Ankh, the symbol of life, right? Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. Now let's go to Shango.
Oh, just to remind me, what did you see? You channeled what made you think it was royal, and what made you think it was so war torn too? Like, what were the signs or the images of the symbols there?
Well, like I said before, I see, and I'm gonna tell you right now because it's coming to me clearly. Um, you are sitting here in a ceremony, and the ceremony, it's like you're dressed all in white, and that's another reason why I depicted this Obatala energy. You're all dressed in white, and you have something wrapped around your head. And as I told, and again, it may be a ceremony or wedding ceremony, or it's something dealing with a spiritual ceremony that you sit at the head of this particular ceremony. But you're dressed in white, and you have jewelry and everything, and then you're sitting, and there's a fire. So fire again, like I told you before, fire again to me depicts Shango. you know that's his element. That, and then too, like I said, Shango can also be Obatala. It goes, they transfer with,
I'm completely seeing that.
right. So that's,
Jesus.
say,
And like it's like they almost the same person, just like
you have to speak up a little louder. I'm sorry, you have to speak up a little louder. Say that again.
You hear me? I'm seeing how it's all connected because it's like it's a very small, if any, difference between the son and the father.
Right.
Heru and Osiris. It's like they just his son. He's just like his daddy.
There you go. So when you ask, okay, well, why you come to this conclusion is because of what I'm seeing. This is what your spirit guide is showing me, dealing with one of your past life. Now again, if and then too, I do see you holding this machete type of thing. So that only tells me that, guess what? You was out there fighting these particular wars, and you was undefeated in a sense. And then I also see you on a horse. That horse represents what? Royalty, because at that particular time, if you wasn't royal, you was not on a horse at all. So I'm just, and then too, when I picked up all of the tension, or rather the all of the energy of who you are now, I had to go and dig a little deeper in terms of, okay, well, why are you feeling like this, or why, what is the root cause of this? And your spirit guides now brought me to the deeper meaning, or the deeper reason why you are the way you are. And again, like I told you, there's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with always being on point. There's nothing wrong with having a fight or flight attitude. It's not, but you have to find a balance. So therefore, if you once you find that balance, and again, you may need assistance. That's why I recommended the Obatala bath. And now that we just read, now that we just read a brief description of who Obatala is, that's the balance that you need. The calm, the justification, and again, you could do that. You could do that without, invoking Obatala. It's just recommendations from the spirit realm.
I just needed that confirmation and information and second perspective above all. About it. What I think is going to jeopardize just that being on point is because I'm attracting the consciousness that I'm putting out. I'm putting it out, and I'm attracting new people in my life think just like me. And I mean, like, established people who are
Right.
doing well for themselves and have got something in return for their time.
Right.
And it's trust factor, which, you know what I'm saying? Because people can't have any kind of motive.
Right.
But it's just, so your instinct, you know what I'm saying? Your survival instinct tell you one thing, and your God consciousness tell you another thing. And you just gotta balance it. It's just a balancing act.
You have to balance it. Yes, and that's why at the beginning of this session, I told you, I said it takes time. It's not just gonna happen overnight. It's gonna take time, because and two, once you reach one particular goal, guess what? There's gonna be another goal that you're gonna want to, succeed in, or you're gonna want to overcome another goal and another goal and another goal. As I always tell myself, and as I always tell my clients, healing and spirituality and living this life is an everlasting journey. You just don't. There's no. It's like the number 8, as I told you before, right?
Yeah.
I mentioned the number 8 with you. It's an everlasting journey. Everlasting. It's no beginning and there's no ending.
Yeah.
So, right. So let's go to Shango and let's see. Let's get some information on that particular brother. Okay. There's a lot of information here for him. Oh, I see already I see already the element is fire and wood. And what what did I tell you? I said that I seen you in the ceremony outside with fire. But then too, your birthday is the 24th, correct?
Yeah.
That's dealing with the number 6, correct?
Yeah.
Now, did you come across information that his number is 6?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
great.
did all that math.
So then we're getting somewhere there. Um, so Shango is the immensely powerful lord of thunder, lightning, and fire. Lover boy. All right. That's that scorpion energy.
When I say you, you have no idea.
Say that again.
I say you hit it. You have no idea.
Oh, I hit it. Yeah. I mean, and didn't I tell you that too?
Yeah, but that wasn't nothing we ain't already need. Close to me don't already. All this is information.
Okay. Well, we're confirming things. Great.
Yeah.
You're a little low though. You're a little low, but
Yeah, I have no idea why. I just have to speak up.
Okay, not a problem. Just let me give you the information. So what I have here is Loverboy, Supreme Shango epitomizes virility, male beauty, and procreative energy. Petition him to share a little of his essence. He provides fertility, luck in love, and male sexual prowess. Shango is invoked for courage and justice, and that also deals with Obatala too, right? In Yoruba cosmology, lightening is understood as an instrument of divine justice, retribution, and protection. As the welder of lightning, Shango provides victory over enemies and protects from all evil. Shango breaks hexes, curses, and evil spells. Shango exalts in warfare, competitive sports, martial arts, which I feel like you will be a master.
I completely get it. Absolutely. You already know.
You will be a master in martial arts. Like huh?
I said in due time you have no.
Yeah, in due time, right? In due time, you have a long way to go. In due time.
That's my thing. It's definitely my thing. I just haven't linked myself to it yet.
Well, it's all within divine appointment, right? So, sports, martial arts, and dancing. He is a ladies' man. Oh, didn't I tell you that too?
Yeah.
Okay. That so then there you go. This is interesting. He is a ladies' man and a music.
I used to want to be a choreographer when I was like 9.
Really?
Yeah, like you know how every school got that kid who dances in school. I used to be that kid.
Wow.
And sports, every sport like MVP, coach, captains, all that.
Well, there you go. That's the energy right there. It says it. Shango exalts in warfare, competitive sports, martial arts, and dancing. He is a ladies' man and a musician. I never knew this. Legend
I'm
has.
crazy about sound. Is my I'm crazy about sound.
So this is so then therefore that this Shango energy is definitely with you. And that's why I
emphasizing that so much.
Right.
I kind of took it light, but now I see because they're just describing me already.
Already, yeah. Okay, right.
Like I'm trying to get to Obatala, but I'm already like just solidified in Shango in that energy.
Right, but then too, you know, I said Obatala is someone that you go to help you with this calming down type of thing. But Shango is where it's at. You already know, you already identify yourself with that, and it's because you are Shango is the reason why you need Obatala. Because now we're living in a different realm. You see, we know you don't live in that realm where you gotta, bust out your machete all the time, but you mentally you do, so it comes it comes in a different form. Your tool now is your mind. That's where it comes in. Is your tool is now to remain calm at certain situations where you might have not been calm. Sometimes it takes, like, you got to take control of a situation and not allow the situation to take control of you. And I'm not saying that every time you're someone that spurts out, nah. But like we already discussed, this world that we live in makes us this way, makes us always on alert, makes us have this fight or flight energy. It makes us. But we're spiritual people, so we have to come with peace within, and we have to know when to react, because the odds, especially you as a black man, the odds are against you. You see, right?
Yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna not buy no guns. Like,
no. I mean,
one thing, I'm just gonna chill out.
I mean, that's your decision. I personally feel.
I know.
Yeah, that's you say that now, but.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Men I deal with, they.
My body is a weapon. I'm gonna get into that martial art.
Right.
You know.
Right. Okay. So legend has it that he created the very set of bata drums. Shango is proud, temperamental, a womanizer, amazingly generous, compassionate, and tireless on behalf of those he loves. That's the bad side, I think, of a Scorpio. I think that's because Scorpios, y'all some lady lovers. I'm telling you, you guys, y'all Scorpios. I'm not gonna get into that, but I don't know, but.
But I always been spiritually attuned enough to where I kind of cancel that side out.
Right.
I don't play, so I never had those regular Scorpio problems.
Yeah, regular Scorpio problems. There you go. That's the best way to say it. Regular Scorpio problems. Right. So, Shango is amongst the most beloved of all Orishas. Two distinct African religions bear his name. Trinidad Shango and they spell it Xango, Exango of Recife of Brazil. In the Brazilian spiritual tradition, Umbanda Zango, Brazilian spelling, leads the second of the 7 lines. The exceptions is Haiti, where Shango plays second fiddle to his great rival Ogun. And Ogun, he's another warrior type too. Ogun don't play. He deals with gold, and he deals with like the train tracks and anything like the railroads and things like that. He also holds a machete too. So that might be his buddy, which they just kind of mentioned. But Shango's consorts include Oba, Oshun, and Oya. Yemaya may or may not be his mother. He has a tense relationship with Ogun. Some, although not all, traditions consider them to be mortal enemies. It is usually considered advisable to keep some distance between these two alpha male spirits, because I would assume so, because Ogun, he's a G, and then Shango, he's a G. So you got two G's. It's just like, in the streets. You got this guy that known for doing what he doing, and then you too, you're known for doing what you're doing. So instead of collaborating with each other, you guys stay a distance, because it's like, if it's not me, it's gonna be him, and he might be saying the same thing. So you see a lot of traits that these Orisha or these deities, have played in us too, and that's why I always say these deities and these Orishas, we are them. They are us. They are us.
Not nothing looking at it. It ain't no walking outside of us. It's us discovering us by making reference to what we're surrounded to. That's it.
Right.
Surrounded by. That's it. Yeah.
Right.
Nothing spooky about it. It's not spooky about looking in the mirror.
Right. Exactly. So, the Orisha Shango has had at least one human incarnation. The historical Shango was the 15th century fourth king of Oyo, now part of eastern Nigeria. Depending on the version of the myth, the king was an avatar of the pre-existing Orisha or Shango, became an Orisha after the king's tragic death. Whoever the king was, the Nigerian government placed a statue of Shango at Kanji Dam to celebrate his power. So it must be a part of Nigeria that is called Kanji Dam, that now Shango statue is there. All right. So King Shango, a master of psychological warfare, has, and that's what I feel with you. Like you have like this psychological, and that's why I just told you it's not the. It's I just told you it's not the tool, the machete, but it's your mind. Okay? So King Shango, a master of psychological warfare, has a beloved military commander. He was also a magical adept who had access to powers of fire and lightning. There are different versions of how his reign and life ended. His associates his associations with magic may have cost him his throne. Um, Exiled by the elders of Oyo, friends alike deserted him. When even Oya, his most faithful supporter, doubt him, he killed himself. Alternatively, while experimenting with the powers of lightning, Shango accidentally burned down his place with all his wives and children inside. Grief stricken, he killed himself, sometimes as a double suicide with Oya. And these is just different, again, different stories of how he died or he made the transition, but he was never killed by nobody else. So, you know, in Africa, Shango once disguised himself as Oya to escape his enemies. In Cuba, Shango disguised himself as Saint Barbara in order to make himself accessible to his devotees and preserve his power. Shango, that's a genius right there, mastermind.
Yeah,
Shango,
I heard he wasn't like one of the original Orishas. Like his spirit had came back, and he kind of earned his way into it. You know, he earned his status, he earned his throne,
I
or
would,
his seat, or position.
well, yeah, I believe that. I believe that. But again, too, I believe in this book because are you familiar with Bobby Hemmett?
Say one more time for me.
Bobby Hemmett.
No, I haven't heard of it.
Ooh, Bobby Hemmett. You got to get on to Bobby Hemmett. He's one of the elder teachers. He actually taught me a lot about metaphysics. He actually taught me a lot about the spirit realm. When I was getting into consciousness and things of that nature, he taught me a lot. That's one of my teachers, and he's the one that recommended this Encyclopedia of Spirits. So
Good.
I
I have to get familiar with that because right now I'm more so on James Smalls and Professor James Smalls and Dr. Cyrus.
yeah, but they different.
Yeah, but
They
this metaphysics stuff, that's what I'm saying. I'm about to get on it.
Oh yeah. But little by little though, little by little, you're awakening. You Not you're awakening. You already woke up. You're growing. You're not awakening. The awakening part already happened. The main fact that you're getting this reading is that you already woke up. Now you want more. Now you urge for more knowledge. Now you trying to put again the pieces to the puzzle together, and it's all gonna make sense. This is what is called also known as the awakening stage. Like I'm trying to put the pieces to the puzzle, but I feel that you're already woken up. You're there already, but you're learning. And learning is an everlasting journey. You should be learning every day. The day that you didn't, yeah, like Bobby Hemmett say, the day that you didn't learn is the day that you died.
Yeah.
Um, you know. So again, Shango is syncretized to the Virgin Marty, with whom he shares association with lightning. To confuse matters more, Oya sometimes wears the mask of Saint Barbara as well. Shango is also known to Saint Jerome as well as to John the Baptist in some Haitian tradition. See, now this is the interesting thing. Say that again.
Wow.
Yeah, this is.
Wow. I want you to say what I'm about to say. Go ahead.
Wait. Okay, we're gonna get to that. But this is interesting because these Christians and these religious folks, they worship these Saint Jerome, Saint Baptist of whoever, Saint John, but you actually worshiping the original Orishas, or you actually worshiping African deities. And they look upon us as if we doing wrong, but you worshiping the same people but in a watered down version. So why not just cut all of that nonsense out and just go straight to the source? Because we and it's not
instead of just dealing with text is spooky, that's why.
But it's not even about worshiping, it's about acknowledging. You get what I'm saying? And knowing who these people,
but even acknowledging,
right.
Some people live in imaginary than live in the real. They'd rather not mess with the tree and have to accept the tree for what it is.
Well,
because they can see it. They'd rather make a deal with what's in your head.
Right.
Or telling yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's easy for people. That's easier for some people.
Right.
For most people. Yeah.
Right. Great. Yeah, exactly. So Shango is associated with the Afro-Brazilian spiritual martial art, capoeira, place.
Wow, 10 minutes ago when you first mentioned martial arts, I was like, and you mentioned martial arts and dance, I was just like, that should be capoeira.
There you go. See? Wow. This is good. Okay. Place thunderstones or Neolithic axes on Shango's altar to activate them. Okay. Favored people, dancers, drummers, twins. Shango is patron of Trinidad and Tobago. And you look like you could be Trinidadian too. I saw your pictures when you said, yeah, you look like it. Remember when I asked you, were you very dark skinned? Oh, remember when I told you that you were from West Africa? Your roots are from West Africa. Did I not?
Yeah, you got that from the spirit guides of my grandma. Which one told you that?
Say that again. No, your spirit guides did.
Okay, they said that word. Okay, just curious.
But Nigeria is in West Africa, West North.
Yeah, I be hanging around Ethiopians and they be trying to guess where I'm from. They have no idea.
Wow, this is good. Okay, manifestation. Shango typically appears as an incredible, handsome, charismatic man. He often wears a red coat covered with cowrie shells. Attributes: lightning, double axes, clubs, and mortars. Shango divines via a magical pestle. You color red and white. In Yoruba cosmology, this indicates the balance between aggression and compassion, respectively. But guess what, beloved? Red and white. White is the Obatala.
I know. I can't tell you how much I love wearing red and white either.
There you go. There you go.
I like wearing navy blue, but that's only when I gotta be formal. If I could wear a color every day, it would be all red. So with a red or white hair wrap, I promise.
You promised me? You said, I promise you.
It was crazy when you was like I was wearing white, the past incarnation, and I already knew I had some on my head. I already knew it.
So you know this is real. You know this is real. You know. So animals: horse, rams, turtles, lizards, leopards, and crocodiles. Birds: roosters. Mounts. Shango rides a magical white stellation named Eshinla. 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 Whatever that is. A white constellation named Ashina. Look that up real quick. What is that?
White elation. I don't know the elation.
White stellation, stellion named stallion named.
Horse.
It's a what?
The horse.
And what did I tell you?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. So trees, royal palms, ironwoods, and bananas. Plants, mugworts, um, also known as High John the Conqueror, some other stuff, but the plants is basically mugworts, which is also known as High John the Conqueror. His day is Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday. And did we not do our first reading on a Friday? Depending upon the tradition, his number is 6. His elements is fire and wood. The planets is Sun and Mars, the Sun and Mars. Mars dealing with Aries, the ram. Dealing with the higher centers, the head. Petitions, those made during a thunderstorm are most effective. Altar, his special place in the home is the fireplace or hearth. Offerings, Shango likes his food spicy and his portions large. Offer red foods like red apples and red palm oil. Say that again?
No, I'm just laughing.
Oh, right. His favorite meals include yams, corn, and peppers, as well as cooked crabs. He drinks red wine, rum, and Kacha, Kasha, Cachaca. That might be some other language or whatever. Kasha, Kachasa, or Kashasa, something like that. But Cachaca. Other offerings include casarilla powder, which is powdered eggshell, just like Obatala and sugar cane. So those are the different offerings that you can give to Shango, and if you know whatever you came across, if it match up with what I said, then go with what makes you feel good. Go with what your spirit tells you. If you decide to, just set up altars with, to these particular deities or Orishas. Do you have any questions? So you would just want me to send this recording to you and you can just, go over it some more, correct? Or
That's it.
all right, my love. So I thank you so much. This was a very, very, very interesting session. Just getting all of this different information and how it relates to you in your particular experience and even in your past life experience. Like this is very interesting. Thank you for choosing me to guide you on this journey. I really appreciate it, and I'll be sending you this recording as soon as I upload this. All right.
All right. Thank you, love.
All right. Create a bless.
Right.